today as we evolve our programs to meet industry demand. We partner with industry to deliver the most well-rounded technicians and technologists to the region's employers. We are known for this. To ensure our students get the real-world hands-on education and skills needed for in-demand essential careers, Johnson College partners with industries throughout Northeastern Pennsylvania. When we meet with our industry partners in both Lackawanna and Luzerne counties, they're telling us repeatedly that the employment crisis gripping our nation is alive and well in our region and impacting their operations. This was true before the pandemic, and it is an even starker reality for them now. And when we meet with our community partner organizations, we learn about so many local families who are near or below the poverty line because individuals in their households may not have access to the kind of education that will prepare them for the highly skilled jobs available. They often do not possess the skills to help them attain a job with a family-sustaining wage due to barriers that are hard to overcome. This is where RISE comes in. By identifying a problem we all agree upon and bringing together organizations that have proven track records in addressing community needs, we have created a unique partnership that is dedicated to lifting people up and into a career that moves them forward and addresses a critical workforce need. At Johnson College, we live our motto, we work, by taking what should be impossible challenges and turning them into opportunities for success. And that's exactly what the RISE program will be doing for members of our communities. As we all know, when you try to tackle any community issue that can start out seeming so daunting, you need to identify the real problem at hand. There's no one better in our region at having their finger on the pulse of the data that should drive the way in which community issues are addressed than Terry Ohms, Executive Director of the Institute for Public Policy and Economic Development. Terry has worked closely with us as we identified the specific community problem we wanted to address. I'd like to now invite Terry to the podium to share this data to help us frame the issue this partnership is seeking to address. Terry?
Good morning, everyone. As of October 22nd, there were 17,347 job openings posted in Northeastern Pennsylvania. They include jobs that require from a high school education to a doctorate or professional degree and everything in between, including a whole host of credentialing and certifications. This phenomenon is not as a result of COVID. It started before COVID. COVID has exacerbated the situation. The challenge is Northeastern Pennsylvania is a microcosm of the US, and we have an aging population that is exiting the workforce in droves and not enough younger people coming up through the pipeline to fill these job openings. Employers started talking about some particular professions prior to COVID that were hard to fill. COVID has exacerbated this situation. As more people exit the workforce, I'm sure you're hearing about the great resignation that's a result of retirements, people just job hopping, moving into entrepreneurship, fear of working, or being faced with issues of having to choose between work and childcare or elder care. What we need to recognize is that our workforce is our economic development, present and future. We often talk about the role of K through 12 in developing a pipeline. Well, that pipeline is needed today. So we need to look at solutions to train, educate, upskill, and reskill individuals in our current community that haven't had the opportunity of education and training. Poverty is generational, and we need to intervene and break that cycle of poverty and address it at the root cause. What we need to know is that 1 in 5 children in Northeastern Pennsylvania currently live in poverty. About 23% of households in Northeastern Pennsylvania are earning $25,000 or less. Now, a household may be one person, or it may be a family of 4 or 5. This means that families are making choices about paying rent, buying food, buying medicine, because that kind of a wage or that kind of an annual income is not considered a living wage in Northeastern Pennsylvania. In order to address these problems, we need to help individuals who have lacked opportunity by providing them education and training, but also dealing with the whole person, issues that impact their ability to learn, obtain, or retain a job. And that includes things like childcare and elder care and transportation and even income supports to help meet those needs while they are going through a program. Since every facet of our life these days seems fodder for partisan politics, I'm going to go there. If individuals cannot accept that this effort has merit, has incredible potential for success, and is the right thing to do, let's focus on the economic argument. What many people don't realize is that there is a significant economic cost to having a large percentage of a community living in poverty. Therefore, it's in everyone's best interest to find proactive solutions that are permanent and address poverty at the root cause. Education, training, and support services are the solution. In this case, a rising tide does lift all boats. Therefore, if we want a strong economy, if we want a winning quality of life and standard of living for every resident in Northeastern Pennsylvania, then we need to address the workforce issue in a manner that takes care of the whole person. RISE is that solution. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. And now I would like to invite Gertrude McGowan from the William G. McGowan Charitable Fund to the podium. Before she comes up, I just want to share that this program has given me the opportunity to meet and get to know Gert, Leo, Dan, and other members of the McGowan family, and Diana Spencer, the executive director of the fund, who is joining us via live stream, and I'm forever grateful. In one conversation, you can feel how much they care about the people of this entire region. And from the beginning, it was never about any one of us as individuals or organizations. It is about all of us and how we're stronger together and how the community will be stronger because of our work. Please join me in welcoming Gert to the podium to share information about the fund and this unique partnership.
Thank you, Dr. Katie and Terry and all of our guests, whether you're here virtually or in person. I am Gert McGowan, a trustee of the William G. McGowan Charitable Foundation. I have lived in Luzerne County most of my life. This region is as much part of my heritage as my family is. I cannot imagine living, working, or raising a family anywhere else. I am so delighted to be here for the launch of NEPA RISE. This has been an effort that has taken well over a year, so today is a very special day. The McGowan Fund and family has a rich history of supporting advancing people in the community of Luzerne and Lackawanna counties. Our benefactor and namesake, William G. McGowan, my Uncle Bill, was born and raised here. His parents, my grandparents, were a teacher and a railroad engineer. They were a hardworking couple with 5 children, experiencing many of the challenges of families of today. Many of you might remember my other uncle, Monsignor Andrew J. McGowan, known affectionately to friends and family as Father Joe. He spent his entire career working here because of his love and dedication for this region. In the fund's work, problem solving and sustainability are fundamental. While we believe it's important to meet immediate needs, that's just not enough. To learn and understand root causes of problems and address those to eliminate barriers of success is our real mission. Today, we are so excited to be part of the launch of NEPA RISE, a comprehensive wraparound workforce development program designed to remove barriers for participants and secure living wage jobs for their families. One of the things that makes this region so very special is its sense of community. So many times we've seen the community come together to resolve issues. Now, the McGowan Foundation is honored to be part of a collaboration with Johnson College, the Institute, and United Neighborhood Centers. The shared vision for the thriving region is just energizing. This program, as you heard, is designed to address all needs of an individual and their family as they commit to be trained for 9 to 11 months. Johnson College will provide the education. skills development, and introductions to industry leaders. United Neighborhood Centers will work with the participants to help to understand their needs, whether it be childcare, transportation, food, or some other reasonable need. For those who want to work, NEPA Rise will be removing barriers and helping these participants all along the way. Not only is this program important to its participants, but it's also of utmost importance to this region. A robust economy is critical to a thriving community. Terry Ooms and her team at the Institute cite statistics that demonstrate without a skilled workforce, employers need to fill jobs and they bring people in from outside the region. This means that people of NEPA may be left behind as others come in and take the good living wage jobs. Today, we begin the recruitment for people who are interested in obtaining education and training for those good jobs in our region. Let me stress, this is for people in both Luzerne and Lackawanna County. Do I have to repeat that? Luzerne and Lackawanna County. As we launch this program, which will formally begin in January of 2022, we will continue to learn and adapt. And while the framework of this program is intended to be replicated in other communities, our focus here and now is on the success for families in Luzerne and Lackawanna counties. There is economic interdependence between Luzerne and Lackawanna County, so we plan to rise together. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
Thank you, Gert, and thank you to the William G. McGowan Charitable Fund for their continued support. This program will transform lives and make this entire region even better. Now we'd like to share some more details on how this program will work and how it's different from Johnson College and United Neighborhood Center's typical programs. To share the UNC perspective, I would like to welcome Lisa Durkin, the President and CEO of United Neighborhood Centers of Northeastern Pennsylvania, to the podium.
Thank you. For the past 98 years, United Neighborhood Centers has been providing services which empower individuals and build strong communities. It is these services that make it possible for our neighbors to live and raise families with dignity and security. They supply basic needs: food, clothing, shelter. They support growth and independence through childcare, adult education, language learning, social supports, and health. I'm often asked if these services work. The short answer is yes, but the change doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't work unless all of the obstacles are removed. It is in those cases where people are able to lift themselves out of poverty and improve their financial conditions. In the context of workforce development, the missing piece in our services is the technical training, the technical skills needed to succeed in work, which is why we're so thrilled to partner with Johnson College and on this initiative, in this program where we're going to combine hands-on learning in the classrooms and labs at Johnson College with case management and coaching at United Neighborhood Centers to assist individuals on a new career path. The career path that is in demand and nearly guarantees job availability and competitive wages. Participants will receive assistance with the supports necessary for a successful career: affordable childcare, transportation, access to healthy food, the supports needed to build stability, and the encouragement to complete an academic certificate program with industry-specific skills and knowledge. We're deliberately launching this program at a time of uncertainty in the workforce. Employers are struggling to fill positions, and employees are struggling to find the right fit. It is our belief that this program can be a win for both. We're extremely grateful to the McGowan Fund. Gert, Dan, Leo, Diana, you've been in the trenches with us as we've worked to design this program around the specific needs of our community and the people we serve here. We're looking forward and excited to kick this off. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. While Johnson College and United Neighborhood Centers have worked together on many community projects, RISE is the most unique and we believe will be the most impactful. The Johnson College team has worked alongside the United Neighborhood Centers team to develop a unique curriculum that is a blend of soft skills, technical skills, life skills, and career skills that will produce a well-rounded individual ready to make a difference in our region. Over 9 months, participants will enter this intense program and will be armed with a skill set that benefits them and area employers. Barriers to success will be removed by a strong support system, as Lisa has mentioned, and this approach will be studied for impact. Johnson College and UNC created and customized a curriculum that offers participants the chance to obtain technical and soft skills needed to excel once in the workforce. In addition, RISE students will work with Johnson College advisors to ensure academic success through tutoring and educational workshops. UNC counselors will help decrease possible barriers, including transportation, childcare, technology, healthcare, housing, among others. Career coaching will create individualized goals and an action plan to attain these personal goals and obtain the ultimate goal, a job in industry and a long-term sustainable career. By our 4 organizations working together, more people from Lackawanna and Luzerne counties will have an opportunity to lessen the job market skill gap by becoming well-educated technicians with assistance in overcoming certain socioeconomic barriers. Plus, they will enter the workforce with the knowledge and education to be able to earn family-sustaining wages. This benefits employee and employer alike and enhances the overall economic strength of this region. RISE will be one more way we work together to get the highest quality technician out into industry and as quickly as possible. As I shared earlier, Johnson College's founder, Orlando S. Johnson, had a dream of establishing and maintaining a trade school where young people could be taught useful arts and trades that empower them to make an honorable living and become contributing members of society. This dream that dates back over a century ties directly to today, this very moment, as we launch a workforce development program in Lackawanna and Luzerne counties that will change lives. Join me in a round of applause in celebration of the launch of RISE, Readiness in Skilled Employment. On behalf of everyone at Johnson College, United Neighborhood Centers of Northeastern Pennsylvania, the Institute for Public Policy and Economic Development, and the William G. McGowan Charitable Fund, thank you all for being here today. And I would be remiss if I don't acknowledge the entire team that has worked on this. Of course, everybody that you see up here, but I also want to acknowledge the United Neighborhood staff, Jess Wallow, Terry Lynn Brechtel, Jill Eidenberg, and of course the team from Johnson College, Doug Cook, Karen Baker, Dr. Kellen Williams, Bill Burke. It's no easy task when you take 2-year associate degree programs and new curriculum and try to deconstruct it and put it back together in something that is very unique and special and customizable for individuals. And they did just that in a short amount of time. So I just want to thank them and give them a huge round of applause. So again, thank you all for being here. And now if anybody has any questions, we'd be happy to answer them. Candy. So this is a little different than our typical high school programs. We're going to reach out in a number of ways. I think most, first and foremost, through the programs at United Neighborhood Centers, the existing programs. We will share this for our existing Johnson College student population, but it really is a little bit unique in that it's focused more on those working adults, maybe people that are, English is their second language, maybe individuals from other countries that are here that have skills and aren't sure yet how to apply them to the jobs here. So it's more focused on those individuals. Thank you. So our first cohort, we are shooting for we're shooting to get 30 in hopes that we start 20. And then hopefully it'll just grow from there. So we have some of our employer partners here today. I'm very happy. I don't want to put any of them on the spot, but we'll work with them, and we'll be hiring some specific career counselors to reach out. We always reach out to employers, but to do even more of that. And they're going to be part of all of this. They're going to be part of the celebrations. They're going to come and talk to this cohort of students. We want students to always begin with the end in mind. So, to us, 9 months might seem like very fast, but to somebody, especially somebody facing barriers as they're trying to obtain their education, 9 months can be really long. So we want to make sure we build in those celebration points, and the employers are going to be a big piece of that by coming in, by going out into industry, taking tours, talking to some of the industry leaders. We want students to feel like this is obtainable, and employers are a huge part of that. Any other questions? All right, well, we'll all be here, so if anybody has any questions for any of us, we'll hang around, and please feel free to come up and ask. Thank you so much for being here.